When mussels are introduced to a water system, aquatic systems, they do a lot of damage, especially to a system as we have here, a dam. So infrastructure. So they'll clog pipes, they'll clog anything that is an intake quickly, rapidly, because they're free flowing. So when the eggs hatch, the larvae can just free flow and they'll attach to hard and soft surfaces.
2008 is when the mussels came to the West. And so nobody even knew what was going on. Why are you stopping us? Leave us alone. And now people really understand that the mussels are bad. We don't want the mussels. They ruin lakes. And so now our boaters appreciate that we are making all of this effort to keep the mussels out of the lake.
When you come into our lake and you see that there's an inspection, first of all, you want to stop. So, you want to make sure that your boat is inspected because you're doing the right thing for, the public and the waterways.
So how our program works here at New Melones is when a boater arrives to the lake, they come through our inspection station. We ask them a few preliminary questions, basically if they know what the mussels are and the last lake that they've launched at. And then while we're talking to them and asking them these questions, the dog's actually sniffing the boat, looking for the mussels. Our dogs, again, are able to find the quagga and zebra mussels, the adults, as well as the veligers, which are basically microscopic larvae. So it's pretty amazing that the dogs can do that.
Be able to do it in a fashion that it won't be missed. If we could never inspect the boat or vessel just by visually because once again, they're microscopic.
If the boat's good to go, then we tell them they're good to go and they go and they're able to launch. When we are looking for a dog for our Mussel Dog program, we are looking for an absolutely ball crazy dog. So most of our dogs happen to be labs or lab crosses. And the way that we train the dogs is actually fairly simple. We teach them a game of hide and seek. Eventually what we do is we just pair the odor with the ball, and then they're finding their ball with that odor. Eventually we just take the ball out, they find the odor, they get their ball.
Killing the mussel itself, you can pressure wash your boat if you want to take it the extra step at 120 degrees. And I've seen a lot of folks here at the lake that's been practicing good practices. They'll get their boat out, they'll wipe it down before they leave the lake. So it's having a good practice of making sure that your vessel is clean, drained, and dry.
If you're keeping your boat clean, drained, and dry, you're not going to be transporting any invasive species. And yeah, we are mostly talking about the mussels, but it's any. There's plants we don't want. There's insects we don't want. And so we really want to make sure that you're not bringing any of those. And we have a boat.